we at?
First
We're at
interview, Impact. Well, we have 3 of them. It seems like PowerKraft, Impact Coatings.
Yeah, but what's the theme? What's the theme?
We have to go find out.
No, it's Sweden. That's the theme.
Okay.
Come on in, everyone. Let's go and find out who we're talking to. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
We're
How are you
doing
today?
great. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. I'm Jaeon. I'm Jaeon Lee from Swedish Trade Council, which is Business Sweden. So we're owned by the half Swedish states as well as the Swedish business sector. So we do help the Swedish companies to expand to globally, as well as the Korean companies to meet the Swedish company. So in here, we would like to introduce the Swedish companies who are in to build a hydrogen development, hydrogen economy, which is PowerKraft, 셀임팩트, and im팩트코팅스. So we would like to offer globally that the Swedish companies can support the hydrogen economy. Yes.
3 in 1. Can you tell us, starting from, I think we're starting at PowerKraft, right?
I would like to introduce the сел임팩트 first.
Awesome.
So please follow me.
Let's do it.
We are not leaders here, Jay. We are following.
We are following.
Great. Well, thank you so much. We'll start here.
Yes.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I think we're doing all right, right?
Yeah.
It's the third day. You're making it through, right?
Yes.
All
Third
right.
day. Yeah.
Well, before we get started, of course, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. My name is Henrik Jackman. I work as a chief application engineer at Selimpact.
They want you to look at me. The camera doesn't exist. We're
camera
pretending to have a conversation right now.
Okay. Then
Now tell us what is Selimpact?
Selimpact is a manufacturer of bipolar plates for fuel cell and electrolyzers. So we manufacture plates both for electrolyzers and fuel cells, and for the technologies PM, solid oxide, and AEM.
Perfect. And well, clearly, obviously, you're already here in U.S., China, Korea, Japan, already right now. Tell us about your experience here in Korea this week, but also in the market in general, and yeah, everything you're doing here.
Yeah, so the week so far has been very good. There's a lot of interesting companies, maybe some new customers or collaboration partners. So it looks good, and Korea is very focusing on hydrogen, so it looks really interesting.
Okay, great. Tell us about a little bit about the future of the Korean market in particular. But what is it that is your? I mean, you mentioned making new customers, everything. What is your goal in Korea over the next? I don't know your timeline. 5 years, 10 years, next 20 years. What do you think? Where do you see the Korean economy and your place in it in that timeline?
Yeah, so for hydrogen in Korea, we see that it will increase a lot because the need for hydrogen in Korea is big to manage the green transition. Then Korea needs to scale up the use and generation of hydrogen. And we think that we can help there with our scalable technology to manufacture the plates needed for the fuel cells and electrolyzers. And in 5 and 10 years, I think we will be in Korea and have manufacturing in Korea.
Oh, wow. So that'll be a big step. But that's not your goal for this week, right? That's a long-term plan you're working on, or are you meeting potential people to collaborate with that as well, or is that business secret information I shouldn't know about?
It's a long-term plan,
Okay.
So we'll see what happens in the future.
And can we see a little bit? You brought some of your products here and also a video. Is there anything you can show us in your booth?
We can show this machine here. This is our core technology. We call this cell impact forming. It's a high-velocity forming technology. We do the forming in one step, and we have an increased formability from the high speed that we use in our forming. So it's a very unique forming technology that is scalable. You can put it on a standard industrial floor, so it stands on dampers, so you don't need to do a big renovation in your factory to accommodate for this. So we can decrease the capex and opex needed for these machines needed to form the plates. So it's a very scalable technology that can help the hydrogen economy to scale up.
Perfect. Is there anything else that I've missed that you've got to make sure you get out on camera before we leave?
If there are companies interested in Selimpact technologies, they are very welcome to contact us at Selimpact, and they would be also very welcome to visit us in Sweden.
I think that's an invitation. Can we join? Can we come to Sweden sometime?
Yeah, you can come to Sweden also.
Yes, I'll see if Avon can pick up the bill and I can fly out there just for an interview. Thank you so much, Henrik. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers. Okay, I'm going to send it off
Alex,
to Jay.
you cannot have all the fun, man. I want to
You're
ask
next.
some questions
I was
as
gonna
well.
give it to you.
We're
You're
coming
jumping
over
in
this
next.
way.
You're in charge. Go.
We're at PowerKraft. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Jay. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to
Can
meet
you introduce your company and what you guys are doing here
Yes,
today?
naturally. We're a company based in Sweden, in Gothenburg. We produce power solutions for different applications, among those hydrogen. So what we do is that we design the whole electrical ecosystem from the point of connection to the point of supply for the electrolyzers.
Okay.
Our approach is and our vision is to optimize the overall electrical ecosystem rather to do standard solutions. And the main reason is that we need to take care of the resources. We are an environmental friendly company and we want to make use of all the resources in the best way.
When you say environmental friendly, from my understanding of coming to this exhibition, there's gray hydrogen, blue hydrogen, and green hydrogen. Are you focused on green hydrogen?
We're focusing on green hydrogen. Our main focus is just to power green hydrogen solution. In some cases it could be pink because you know there is also zero emissions when you're linked to oh Jesus Christ.
It's okay. Let's focus on the green hydrogen. I've been to other companies, and a lot of them, I've heard the gray, the blue. One company claimed turquoise because they're in between the blue and the green stage. This is one of the first I've been to where you're solely focused on green hydrogen.
Yeah.
And of course, that's the ultimate goal. Sustainably produced, eco-friendly produced, and with zero emissions.
Yeah, exactly. That is where pink will play an important role because it's coming from nuclear power.
Pink is the first I've heard of. What is pink hydrogen?
Pink is coming from nuclear power.
Okay.
And the idea when you have a pink hydrogen is that you use the heat as a byproduct, and then you recycle it into the hydrogen cycle. In that sense, you reduce energy necessary to power the hydrogen installation. It's zero emission also. But the main focus is green hydrogen coming from either solar, wind, or even hydropower.
Fantastic. Since it's the first time I've heard of pink hydrogen, is there no carbon emission in the process of making hydrogen through nuclear then?
Yeah, naturally.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I mean, I'm learning so much. I'm sure you guys are as well, but I'm learning so much as well. If you can kind of show us what
Yes,
we're looking at here.
So what you have in here is that essentially, as we said, green hydrogen or hydrogen itself need to be powered by electrolyzers.
Right.
So they need DC power. So you have the renewable energy sources. It can be, in this particular case, solar or wind. And then we have containerized solutions that it could power up to 5 megawatts. Wow. And then you have the DC conversion. So here you have AC. The output is going to be DC powering your electrolyzers. And then here you have a few of our mock-up of the products that we produce. So you have the FlexCraft, and we have also PowerKraft, which is our flagship product. And recently we are just going to launch the next generation, which is called iCraft.
iCraft.
Yes.
This makes it so much easier to understand. Of course, the words, the understand the vocabulary, the terminology used within this industry is very important. But for myself and the viewers, seeing this in a diagram form or a 3D model form makes it so much clearer. And as you said, green hydrogen, here's the start of that process, the solar energy or wind energy you're talking about.
Exactly, because the main challenge is just to cope with the fluctuation, because you know that's the biggest difficulties with the green energy, especially coming from wind or solar.
It's power fluctuation in general.
Exactly. So you need to really make sure that the overall system is capable to stand and have a constant output for your installation.
This has been so informative. Is this your first time at H2 Meet in Korea?
No, actually, we have been here almost every year. It's my first time.
This is my first time interviewing.
Yes, so. Good. So it's my first time here supporting the team. We have a team localized here in Korea, offices, and we have several projects ongoing with different companies like Sambo, Alcantech, and it's really exciting. It's hydrogen is happening. It's coming, and I think it's going to be a good solution for.
It's incredible. It seems like, I mean, hydrogen's been in talk for years now, and there's some companies touting that they've been in the business for almost 30 to 35 years. But it seems like this is the time.
Yes.
This is it right now.
Indeed.
We're like in the future right now.
Indeed. And it's really exciting to be in this particular moment because I feel this is once in a lifetime. It's once in a lifetime when you have the opportunity to shape a new industry.
Absolutely.
That is going to help everybody in the world.
What are your specific goals, kind of to wrap up? What are your specific goals at this H2 Meet, 2023 H2 Meet? Is it to advertise or spread brand awareness of your company in Korea in general, or do you also hope to meet global partners here?
Well, we have, I would say two. And if I say no, we're not marketing our company, my managers are going to be quite upset with me. Definitely, we want to put our brand in the world perspective. But at the same time, we want also to promote our vision, work with the major players, work in the green hydrogen. And what we say is that we want to optimize before we standardize. Today, the industry is working with standard solutions, and by doing so, we are not optimizing the overall environmental resources that you need. You're going to need a lot of copper, you're going to need a lot of iron to produce this equipment, and if you don't optimize them, you're not going to be making good use of the natural resources.
Optimize before standardize. That's the first I've heard at the exhibition here. It's been great talking with you.
Thank you so much.
I would say I wish you guys best of luck, but it seems like you guys are doing great. So thank you so much for your time, and green hydrogen.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the future.
That's the way to go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I gotta steal you back. I feel like he's trying to recruit you into the industry.
I'm so interested.
He's so happy.
I'm so
Stay with
interested.
us. We got a job to do.
We have a job, but
you can leave
can I
the
do
economy
multiple
lit.
jobs? I'm
You
more of a
can.
Renaissance man. I like doing multiple things.
All right, we're gonna jump in over here next. If you're okay with doing multiple things, why don't you start us off?
Sure, it's impact coating, I believe. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm Jay.
Christian.
Pleasure. Christian, can you tell us about your company?
Yeah, so we are a coating company that provides clean coating technology for a sustainable society, and of course here at H2 Meet we're really showcasing our technology for the hydrogen industry. We are supporting the fuel cells and the electrolyzer industry.
Clean coating. This is the first. I have a basic understanding of what clean coating is just by the verbiology, but what exactly is clean coating or the process?
Yeah, well, the process itself is very environmentally friendly, and that's really critical for the future, right? Traditionally, maybe the coating industry has been known to create a lot of waste, chemical waste. It's dangerous for the workers and so on. But here we have a coating process that basically doesn't produce waste. It only needs electricity to run. It's contained inside the vacuum chamber, so the technology itself is really green. And then we also work, of course, with green energy with the fuel cells and electrolyzers for green hydrogen. So it all comes together really nicely.
So the whole process is green. Talking before, focusing on green hydrogen, you're focused on the coating product itself being green and environmentally friendly. So the whole chain is going to hopefully be eco-friendly and sustainable.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that's really what we need to do together, because the future and the sustainability doesn't come for free. We have to act right, because otherwise we're not going to make a transition to net zero emissions and hit the targets really for 2030 and 2050.
Sure. I believe our other reporter, Alex, has a question.
I've been watching the videos over here.
Go.
Can you explain some of the technology you got behind us over here? What are we looking at both here and here?
Yeah, so here we have a fuel cell plate. It goes into the fuel cell stacks. It's made of stainless. It's made of stainless steel, and then we coat it. The purpose of the coating is to increase performance, so we have a good efficiency, and also increase the durability of the stack, so the fuel cell will last longer. Your fuel cell vehicle will last longer. Here, the much bigger plate, it's for PEM electrolyzers. This is typically a titanium plate, and then we apply a very thin and dense and high quality noble metal layer to it. And here in this case you have a gold coating. And this plate is typically what you would find in a megawatt class electrolyzer used for green hydrogen production.
Now, is this your facilities that I suppose are in Sweden?
We're headquartered in Sweden.
Okay.
We're founded in Sweden in 1997. Lately, we have been expanding internationally, so we have offices in US, in Europe, in China, and in Korea. And in China now, in Shanghai, we have also opened a new coating service center, brand new, to support the Chinese fuel cell market. And next year, we will be opening in the US as well to support the hydrogen industry. The machines are built in Sweden still, however, but they are shipped globally.
Fantastic. Are there some production facilities in Korea? Is there plans for it, I should ask?
Yeah, we invest when we see that it is the right time. We have the right business potential. Of course, investments are investments. You know, you need a lot of cash basically.
Yeah.
So and when we see, you know, the purpose of the coating service and the equipment sales is to really have a scalable offer, because in the beginning you may not need the full capacity of a dedicated coating equipment, and then we have the coating service to support and scale and grow. But as soon as you hit a sufficiently high volume, in comes the equipment, it's put in the customer's factory, you eliminate logistics, mass manufacturing, cost efficient.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything we missed before we go that you wanted to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, really want to say that this electrolyzer and the green hydrogen market is really growing exponentially, and it needs to be that way, because otherwise we're not going to hit the sustainability targets for 2030.
That's absolutely true. As someone's been following that recently, I'm hoping that, well, everyone here does their best to get us there, and I know my country back in the States could do a little better. So hopefully, as you enter,
You're doing great.
we're doing all right, but we got to hit that 2030. It's going to be tough. Really appreciate you talking with us, and best of luck for the rest of the day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Christian, thank you so much. We have so much to see, so much to do. Wish you the best of luck. Thank you.